guys, I'm Steff and welcome back to my beauty stash. Today we're going to talk easy peasy Halloweeny makeup looks. I am going to show you guys two super simple Halloween makeup looks using some of the products that you might already have in your stash or some things that you can pick up for really cheap at Walmart. And I'm also going to be featuring the Wet n Wild Fantasy Makers Halloween collection. They did send me some of the items, so thank you so much Wet n Wild for sending me these goodies to try out. Over on my Instagram, guys, I've created 4 different looks. Actually, the 4th one is going to post tomorrow, so that one will still be a surprise, but I've already posted 3 out of the 4 looks that I created using primarily these Wet n Wild Fantasy Maker Halloween collection products. Keep in mind, guys, if you don't have these products available at your local Walmart, or if you're just not able to go pick them up, look through your stash and see what you have. Sometimes instead of face paint, we can use lipstick, we can use cream eyeshadow, we can use cream blush. We can get super creative using the things that we already have. And I don't want you guys to feel like your Halloween makeup looks need to be like over the top, dramatic. They have to have blood and gory, icky, gooey. They don't have to be anything like that, guys. Some Halloween looks are as simple as adding a few rhinestones or maybe using some stencils to create a nice facial pattern. Either way, guys, you can get a really nice look for super cheap and super easy. So that is what I will be sharing with you guys today, 2 easy peasy Halloweeny makeup looks that I have created using primarily products that I already had in my stash. So guys, if you want to see the 2 looks, keep on watching. All right, guys, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is make sure you prep your skin. Use whatever facial moisturizer you have, whatever your favorite is at the moment, and then definitely prime. To prime my skin, the one I have close by is the Tatcha Silk Canvas, and since I am going to be using a mattifying foundation, this is actually going to work perfect for me. So the next thing that I recommend is going in with your favorite full coverage mattifying foundation. The one I'll be using today is from Huda Beauty, and this is her full filter high coverage cream foundation. I'll be using the shade Vanilla. In addition to having a good foundation, we want to create a good base for the rest of our makeup. You also want to go in with pretty much a full coverage concealer. I will also be using another one from Huda Beauty, and this is the Overachiever concealer, and I use the shade Marshmallow in this one. And to set everything in place, I'm also going to be using 2 other Huda Beauty products. I know, guys, it's like a little mini Huda Beauty tutorial here for the base, but I'm going to go in with her Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder, and this is in the shade Sugar Cookie. And to lock it all down, I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Resting Boss Face Setting Spray. So guys, let me go ahead and get started with the base. Up to you whether you're going to want to add bronzer or contour. It's just all going to depend on the look that you're going for. The looks that I'm going to be creating for you guys, I'm going to pretty much do my makeup as usual, maybe just dip into some deeper colors, maybe more pops of color, but I want to show you guys how simple it is to take your already existing makeup look just up a few notches for Halloween. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of my brows off camera. I'm going to prime my eyelids using the Pretty Vulgar. This is the eyeshadow primer base, and then I'm gonna do some bronzer, some blush, and then I'm gonna save the highlight for the very end. For bronzer, I'm going to go in with my Old Faithful Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And for blush, I'm going to dip into the Juvia's Place Serafina Blush. Alright guys, so right after I did my brows, I added some of the Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow primer. So now it's time to start creating a look. And I'm actually going to be using two different indie makeup brand eyeshadow palettes. And I got them both, when did I ordered these like in August, I think, with the intention of creating a Halloween look with them because they are Halloween based eyeshadow palettes. This one right here is the Ouija palette from the brand Killer Queens Cosmetics. And this is a gorgeous palette. This is definitely not just for October. And to me, it doesn't even scream Halloween, but I love the color story of this. So I'm gonna be using these shades. And I'm also going to be using this Book of Spells. I believe this is the name of the palette. And this is from the brand Wicked Sisters. Look at that. So, so cute. And this is the beautiful color story of this eyeshadow palette. You do have those pressed glitters down there. So I'll be kind of dipping into both. I don't necessarily know that I'm going to use one per eye. We'll see where the look takes us. And then from Wet n Wild, from the Fantasy Makers Halloween collection, I am going to go in with this face paint palette that they sent me, and I did use this a couple times to create some of the looks over on my Instagram. This is a really easy palette to use, guys. Definitely foolproof. I also have, let me show you guys some of the other things that I'll be dipping into from the Wet n Wild Fantasy Makers collection. These stencils, super easy. Like, if you get anything from the Wet n Wild collection, guys, I would definitely pick up maybe one of the paint palettes, get yourself some stencils, and then also consider picking up some of these body gems because you can definitely use these all over the eyes, all over the face to really amp up your Halloween look. So let's get started with the left eye. And on this eye, I think I'm going to use some of the body gems on this side. And I'm going to go in first with, I'm going to go in with this palette right here. This is the Ouija palette. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go in with the shade right here, and I'm going to pack it pretty much all over my eyelid. I'm going to kind of blend that out along the edges. Same brush, I'm just going to wipe it off a little bit. Kind of blend that up. Just kind of out a little bit as well. All right, so that's a really pretty color, blended out really nicely as well. Now I'm gonna go in with this dark blue right here, and I'm gonna work that in my crease and also bring it like on the outer corner. The shade is super pigmented. But this is exactly what I wanted, what I needed in that crease. And I alternate between circular motions and windshield wiper motions. You do whatever works for you. No right or wrong way, guys. And sometimes all you need to do, guys, for a Halloween look is just go in a little darker, a little deeper than you would normally with your traditional eye look. All right, so now I'm going to take some of this magic shade right here, and I'm going to use my finger to apply. Ooh, and it's like a really creamy shade. I'm just going to press that mainly on the inner and middle portion of the eyelid. I hadn't used these shades in the palette yet, so this is also kind of like a little first impression because I'd mainly worked with the yellow shades and green shades. I hadn't used these blue shades. Okay, I'm gonna add both of those shades, the two matte shades, on the lower lash line. I'm gonna kind of bring it down a little more than I normally would, just to kind of really give it some definition. I'm keeping this darker blue really close to the lash line. I'm gonna add a little bit of the shimmer down here. Just kind of extending this part a little bit. Okay, so now that we got a really dramatic eye going on, now I'm gonna add some eyeliner. Definitely gonna be a wing eyeliner, and I'm gonna add some eyelashes as well. The eyelashes I'm gonna use are also from the brand Killer Queens, and these are, what is the name of these lashes? Oh, this one doesn't have a name on them, but you can see them in there. They're a nice dramatic lash, and I've definitely worn these before. They are really, really pretty. All right, guys, so I added a little bit of the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Liquid Eyeliner in black. I also went in with the Pencil Breakup Proof Eyeliner in my upper and lower waterline. And of course, I popped on these lashes. So I'm really, really loving the way the blue came out. So I want to kind of keep it kind of like a monochromatic look. And I'm going to go in with these blue little stones here. And then I was also thinking of incorporating this other blue right here. So all I'm gonna do, let me go ahead and open this pack up. Now they do already have some adhesive to them, and if you want extra hold, definitely apply your favorite eyelash glue, and that will give it like really good hold. But there is some tackiness to the stone itself. Now I'm just gonna start by placing them just kind of sporadically all over the eye. All right, guys, so I think that looks cute. I think that looks really, really good. And you'll notice, guys, I just did like a regular eye look. Well, for me, this is a regular eye look, but I mean, it wasn't anything like super elaborate, super intricate, you know what I mean? And you just add these little body gems and really just makes all the difference. So now I want to add some highlighter and some lipstick so we can complete this first Halloween look. So I'm going to dip into this BH Cosmetics Frose highlighter palette, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is Bubbly. I'm just going to add that right in here. Ooh, this is definitely an intense highlight, which is what you want because it is Halloween. I'm going to just take it up here as well. So for the lips, I'm going to keep it fun as well. I'm going to go in with this Wet n Wild. This is also from the Fantasy Makers Halloween collection. And this is their matte lip color. This is in the shade Galaxy Blue. So I added this wig, guys, just to give it a little something extra. I really love the way this blue icy look came out. What do you guys think? And guys, don't spend a lot of money for creating Halloween looks. You can find really affordable, great makeup products at Walmart. Like for example, the Wet n Wild Fantasy Makers Halloween collection. Super, super inexpensive, super affordable, and they work. So guys, let's go ahead and jump over to this eye. Let's take off this wig and let's create something else. And this time I'm going to be using the stencils that are in the Wet n Wild Fantasy Makers Halloween collection. All right, guys, so I have to do a quick change of scenery, but now we're gonna get started with this eye look. And I think I'm gonna go into the Book of Spells palette from Wicked Sisters first. I'm going to start with this shade right here, and I'm going to be working that in my crease. I'm just kind of packing it on first, and then I'll work to blend it out. Now I'm going to go in with this shade right here. I'm going to pack that on my lid. Now I'm going to go in with this purple shade, and I'm really going to work to deepen my crease and the outer corner with it. I'm going to use a little bit of the black shade to also help deepen up the outer corner. Now for the lower lash line, I'm going to be focusing on these two colors right here, and then I might dip back into the black as well for like really up against the lash line. So now I'm going to dip into this silver pressed glitter, and I'm going to be applying that to the eyelid. Now I went in with a little bit of this shade in my inner corner. It's the same shade I have right here as my highlighter, and probably, I don't know, I think I might dip into one of these other shades for the highlight on this side. I just wanted to pop that in the inner corner since none of the palettes really had a nice like shimmer just to pop in the inner corner. So I'm going to do that there. I'll probably add a little bit of it to my brow bone as well. Then I'm going to go in with some black liner. I'm going to use the same Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid liner. And I'm going to apply the same lash that I did on this side. I'm going to apply it to the side. All right, so now that we have the lash and the liner on, actually, I think I need to take off this lipstick, right? It's kind of, well, I'll take it off in a minute, but now we're going to start using the stencils to work on this part of the face. And one of my looks I created on Instagram was using like the cheetah print, but I already used that one up. So I think what I want to do today, I'm going to go in with the stars. I love stars. Stars are like one of my favorite shapes. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these out. And then I'm just going to adhere the strips to my face. Now I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Fantasy Makers Halloween collection. This is their paint palette. And I'm just going to use a mixture of these colors. I'm probably not going to use this one though, but I'm just going to work with primarily these right here and even a little bit of that turquoise. And I'm just going to paint them on using one of the makeup brushes that I have. All right, now let's peel this off. We have our little stars. Look at how cute. So I can just reuse this one as well, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna apply it, let's see, I think I'm gonna do it like this. And actually, let me lay down some highlighter first. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. Ooh, that is a beautiful shade. I'm gonna lightly just kind of bring it up here, being careful with the stars. Now let me go ahead and paint the stars along my cheekbone. How cute is that? I love stars. So just looking at stars makes me so happy. All right, guys, let me throw on a different lip color and then I'll be back to show you guys the final look. All right, guys, so this is the completed look. What do you guys think? I added a little bit of the body gems just in between the stars. I think it just gives it that extra sparkle. And then my lipstick is also from Wet n Wild. This is such a pretty shade. This is the Strawberry Lingerie, and this is their Mega Last High Shine lipstick. Guys, this lipstick is like $2 or $3 at Walmart. So when you're out there getting your Fantasy Makers Halloween collection, definitely go through the regular aisle of makeup where they have the traditional Wet n Wild products. So you can pick up a couple of these Wet n Wild Mega Last lipsticks. They have matte formula, which was what the blue one was. And then they have this high shine formula, super comfortable formulas. They last all day long. They're just a really, really great and cute looking lipstick. So highly recommend those. What do you think, guys? I mean, we have two different looks, different colors going on, just depending on how you're feeling. And guys, this makeup is makeup I already had in my stash, other than maybe picking up like the little body gems and the Wet n Wild Fantasy Makers paint palette, and I thank them for sending it to me, but these are really inexpensive. And then you can just add them to the makeup that you already have in your stash. Throw on a wig if you have one handy. Don't really feel the need to go out and spend a lot of money. Halloween is unfortunately just once a year, but guys, you know what? Feel free to do these looks every single day. If that's what's gonna put a smile on your face, I mean, who wouldn't wanna wear stars all over their face? I know I would. Guys, I also wanna say that all of the products that I used, I will link them in the description box down below, just in case you have any questions or want to look them up before you go to Walmart and buy. They will all be linked, and some of them might be affiliate links. So if you do end up purchasing anything through those, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. So let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of both of these looks. I absolutely love them, but I want to hear from you guys. Are y'all going to be celebrating Halloween? What are y'all gonna do? Are you just gonna stay home and watch movies? You know what? Throw on some of these looks. That way you can really get into the spirit with your family and your friends. I wish you guys a very safe and happy Halloween. I will see you all very soon. You guys have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water and eat your candy. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye.